We're hitting the live.
Yeah, I just made that weird ass noise because I thought the thing quit on me again. But we're good. We're good. We're live, people. We're live.
We are live. Are we sure? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, we are live. We gave it a couple minutes for everybody to pop in anyway to see what's going on. Last night was decent until the White Sox ended up losing. The White Sox and Mariners losing just really killed my night. I mean, honestly, like I don't personally in my head, I don't feel like I had a bad night. The units wise, it was probably down like 2.5 units or whatever, but just because I had the parlays on those teams. But just a word of advice to everybody that's especially if you're betting Major League Baseball on a daily basis like we do. Just because nights like that happen, don't kill yourself for it. Because you'll never get out alive in Major League Baseball, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if you let that thing sit with you, it's gonna hurt for a long time. So I'm aware of it. It sucks, but at the same time, I wouldn't have changed my spot for Castillo or Cease at the time. So we'll see what happens today. We'll see if we go right back to him. But
that was very motivational of you telling the people not to kill themselves. That was
appreciate it.
Stuff.
I didn't say kill.
Yeah.
Did I? Maybe I did. Whatever. It was a dark time for a little bit last night. I was pretty pissed off.
Alrighty.
All right. First game Beavers got on the board is Boston and the Reds. Beaver, but I think that we have a game before that with I guess they start at the same time, so it doesn't matter. All right. Boston, Cincinnati. Cash with Boston last night. That was dope. Not going to do it today, though, just because Connor Seabold hasn't been good. What was all over the over last night when it was at 9, and now here we are at 2 hours before tip, and it's 10.5. So I think the best way to cut that down is to play the first 5 over. So I'm going to go first 5 over 5.5 at -115 for 0.75 units. Like I said, Seabold's been pretty bad. He's given up 7 runs or more in 2 of his last 3 starts. Cincinnati's not scoring a ton, but they are back at home. And like I said, it's great weather in Cincinnati right now. They got everybody playing today. Again, not a huge, don't love this play, but at the same time, I just think that you're getting a little bit better value with the total moving up so much in that full game. The Red Sox bullpen actually looked decent last night, but both teams scored in the 9th inning as well. So maybe we get a little bit of momentum coming into it. But I think just the best way to play this game is early and often we get runs, because if there's not runs early, I don't think we're going to hit it over late. So it is what it is. Next game up, Rays. No. What do you got? Cubs and Marlins. Okay, Cubs and Marlins. This one was kind of hard for me. I don't really have much of a play on this one. Like, obviously, this is being this late in the Major League Baseball season. I lean the Marlins, but Luzardo hasn't been great and whatnot. So this is just a lean. I would say maybe lean to the under at 6.5 at +100 maybe, but both these teams are having a really hard time scoring runs at the moment, but 6.5 is so low. So again, just small leans on the Marlins and the under, but I just, both of these teams are just so bad. I really don't want to even get involved with this one. Rays and Astros next, Beaver.
Yep.
Rays and Astros. Man, this one is actually pretty hard just because we've seen, I know that I thought that I was taking the Rays the last couple of days and just got burned completely. I'm on the Rays today with a caveat. I need to see lineups. There hasn't been lineups posted for either team with this or either team with these two as of yet. So I'm going to check one more time as I'm talking just to make sure. But we most likely, we haven't seen them. I just don't know if the Astros play everybody today. It would kind of be like Dusty Baker to sit the guys a little bit of a day off. Corey Kluber hasn't been great. Lance McCullers is having a hard time walking guys lately. I know his walk prop, shout out to Beaver, is a pretty popular play across social media right now. But with him, even with him walking guys, the Rays haven't been doing a great job of capitalizing against that and scoring runs the last couple nights. But again, I need to see lineups, but if there's a couple guys for the Astros out, like Alvarez and Gurriel and Pena or Altuve, if 2 or 3 of those guys are out, I'm definitely going to be on the Rays, just so they can maybe save face. It would only be like a half unit play on the Rays at plus money, nothing crazy. But like I said, just want to see the lineups first, because if the Astros play everything, it's probably just going to end up being a pass for me, to be dead honest with you guys. It's just that's a hard spot for me to be in. Personally, I think. Jays and Rays. Easiest game on the board for me, guys. Big bad Blue Jay bats are rolling right now. This number's at minus 105 now. Jays money line minus 105 for a full unit. And then you can also go ahead and take the over 8.5 at minus 105 for a half a unit, because I get a lot of people who ask me about totals. So here's the situation with Philly. Wheeler's going to start, and we're going to start with him. Hasn't pitched in a while. Off the IL, he hasn't had any time in AA or AAA or anything like that. He's coming, no simulated games. He's coming straight in. But what this fucking typical Philly scumbag idea? So they're gonna get him go for a couple innings, and then they're gonna bring in Thor, because they don't trust him to start in the playoffs either. So what they're going to do is the next couple Wheeler starts, you're going to have Wheeler go for a couple innings, and then you're going to get Thor to go to a couple innings, and then you're going to get a couple whacks at that god-awful Phillies bullpen. Gausman has been really good on the road for them this year. He's one of the guys I trust. Do the Phillies probably score a couple runs here? Yeah, but I think the Blue Jays put up 6 or 7 again tonight. I do not like the spot for Wheeler, especially with how the Blue Jays have been rolling. We always fade Thor. That Phillies bullpen is freaking god-awful. I'm all over the Jays here today. This is one of my favorite games on the board. Pirates and the Yankees. Huge comeback win last night. Second walk-off grand slam for the year for them. There's only been like 32 walk-off grand slams in Major League history, so the fact that they've had 2 this year in the span of a couple months is kind of crazy. 2 plays in this game. Fading the Yankees. Give me Pittsburgh first 5 on the money line at plus 205 for 0.5 units. And then I'm also going to go the Tigers. Pittsburgh Pirates team total over 2.5 at minus 130 for 0.75 units. Severino coming back from injury as well. I just think that this is too big of a price. Contreras has actually pitched really well for the Pirates this year. The Yankees are rolling, but how many times have we seen the Yankees this year start slow and come back and win a game late? It's almost like the same damn thing. It happens all the time. So if you're getting this Pirates team that obviously is hitting the ball well, they're scoring a little bit of runs. We've seen the last couple of nights, the long ball has hit for them. So at plus 205 against the guy in Severino that hasn't pitched in the major leagues in a while, coming off injury, didn't look great times before that. I'm all over it. Big plus price on the Pirates that are, and then, like I said, over 2.5 at minus 130. They've hit this number in like 7 of 10 games. That's a small number. And like I said, they've been hitting a long ball. So a bloop and a blast, and we cash this ticket. So even if we lose the first 5, I think we get it with that team total. And hell yeah, I've been changing diapers, man. I got a newborn. That don't stop me. We be capping games late at night while y'all be sleeping, changing diapers and watching baseball. That's what we do. Pirates, our Tigers, Baltimore. This was actually really hard for me. I'm taking the Tigers in the first 5 on the money line at plus 120 for a half a unit. I don't want to play the team total because it's kind of juiced up now. Of course, in typical Tigers fashion, they kind of screwed me yesterday. I took their team total instead of taking the money line or plus 1.5. And of course, they went outright again. But Baltimore just has trouble with lefties. They're finally getting to see a righty today in Manning, but Manning's actually pitched pretty damn well for the Tigers. Again, not a guy that I'm running to the window to bet, but at the same time, if you take a look at what he's done lately, he just went up to Chicago. I know the White Sox, a lot of people hate that damn team, but 7 innings, no runs. That's pretty good. Went into Kansas City, went 6 innings, only gave up 2. Went into Seattle. That's the only team that's really got to him. Seattle pumped him really good in Detroit. But against the Giants and the Angels, both 6+ innings, only 1 run or less. And then, like I said, the Tigers over the last 30 days, number 2 in WRC plus in Major League Baseball and hitting on the road. Over the last 40 days, they're 5th. And those numbers, they might even be number 1 now because of the last 2 days and them scoring, 15 runs in the last 2 days. So most likely they're number 1 now. Actually, the Mets have been fucking too. So they're probably still number 2. Either way, I'm taking the Tigers here. If you wanted to take their first 5 team total, let me double check to see what that is. That might be too good to pass up too. Oh yeah, Tigers first 5 team total over 1.5 at -125 for a half a unit as well. Again, just too much value right there. They've hit this. I know that they've hit that number in probably like 8 of their last 10 road games. Be careful because I had a couple of people say, I think you had that number wrong. Road games. So if you look at their game logs, they have like a 7-game stretch where they were at home. You got to take that out. Only road Tigers is what we want right now. Next game up, Angels at the Rangers. Another one that I really like. Rangers on the money line at -145 for a full unit. Rangers -1.5 at +140 for a half a unit. Dane Dunning, especially at home, has been pretty good this year. The Texas bats have been a little sleepy the last couple of days, but they are very, very good at facing left-handers, especially at home. And Tucker Davidson might be the guy that just gets these guys out of their slump. Not very good numbers from Tucker Davidson his last couple of times out. And like I said, I think this is a good spot for Texas to get right here. I think that they're a big favorite for a reason against an Angels team that's been playing pretty decently lately. But like I said, I'm all over Texas here today at home versus a lefty. Okay, here it is. Guardians and the White Sox. I think there's 2 games to watch today in Major League Baseball. It's this one and the Phillies game with the Blue Jays. But Guardians and White Sox, 2 pitchers that my relationships with these guys, oh man, it's just so hard. Tristan McKenzie, stud. But it seemed every time I bet this kid, he gives up dingers. And then we got Fat Lance, who has just been I just hate him. I just hate him with all my guts. Similar to Johnny Cueto and Sauce. I just don't like him. With that said, White Sox got smashed last night. Some people are saying it's deflating so much. They're not dead. Last night was kind of a must-win. Today is more of a must-win. I am taking the White Sox today. Look, as much as I want to White Sox on the money line for a full unit. If they lose this one, they're done for their season, like for real. But that's not the reason that I'm betting them. The reason is Matt Lance. As much as I want to talk shit about him, his last 5 starts, 5-0 with 1.38 ERA. I mean, the dude is really, really dealing. We saw this last year too. He started off kind of slow, really started to come on. I just think that he's the type of guy you kind of want on the mound. If I'm a White Sox fan, like he's the guy I probably want on the mound. As much as I hate to say that, like I said, I'm really not a Lance Lynn guy, but I think we're going to get a fully focused White Sox team with their ace on the mound. Hendricks and all those guys in the bullpen are fine. Hopefully we don't see Graveman after last night, but again, it is what it is. White Sox to keep their season going right here tonight. It's make or break. It's actually down a little bit too. I think you can get it at -135 as well. Beaver, you don't have to change your graphic. I'm just letting people know. So yeah, that's how I feel about that one. One last gasp with this White Sox team for me. Twins and the Royals. This one was kind of hard for me just because I really wanted to play on the Royals, but I really kind of like the spot for the Twins here. I do think the Twins are dead in the water, but Daniel Lynch is pretty damn bad. So instead of picking a side, I'm going to take the first 5 over 4 at -115 for 0.75 units. I think that the Royals have already seen Ober this year. They got to him. I think they put 3 runs against him. They're actually playing pretty decent baseball right now, especially at home. And then if you take a look at the Twins, a lot of them have very good numbers against Daniel Lynch. I know a lot of people playing the Twins team total in the first 5 today. That's at 2.5. I think both teams score a couple runs here. I think worst case scenario, we push. I do have a player prop in this game as well. Jose Miranda for the Twins, a guy that if you don't know, should probably get to know because he's probably going to be one of the faces that you see for a while for the Twins, playing really good baseball, has really good numbers against Lynch. So we're going to go Jose Miranda over 1.5 total bases at plus 105 for all you prop guys out there. Really like that one. He's definitely on my list today. Next game up, Giants and the Rockies. Pretty sure, Beaver? Yes, sir. Another not the easiest game to handicap. Rockies came into this series playing pretty good baseball. I think they were 7-3 their last 10 or something like that. Coming into this series, and they've lost 2 in a row. The first game they should have won. They lost it in extra innings. And last night, they were never really in the game. I don't really think, but I'm taking the Rockies here tonight, only for a half a unit. Rockies money line plus 115 for a half a unit. Look, Logan Webb's been obviously, if you've been following my channel, you know Logan Webb's pitched pretty well. He actually has pretty decent history against the Rockies as well. So this isn't really like a play against Logan Webb. Marquez has actually pitched really well. 3 of his last 4 starts. He had 1 bad start in Arizona, but he has really bad history in Arizona. But if you take that start out, against the Cubs, he went 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs. Against the Reds and Mets, 7 innings, 2 runs. And the Mets, he actually blanked. So he's pitching really well. He does pitch much better on the road. And Marquez is the worst pitcher in the first inning for the Major League. So he gives up more hits and runs in the first inning than anybody else in Major League Baseball right now. Look, it's one of those things where I just think that if he can get through the first inning, he's probably going to pitch well. The money has been pinned. Again, I'm not a guy that pays attention to the money a lot, but I do look at it from time to time. Money's been pinned on San Francisco all day, 65-70% of the money. This line hasn't moved an inch, really. So I just take the Rockies here. I think the Marquez can get through the first inning and cruise a little bit, and the Rockies maybe steal one late here. So, again, like I said, and this hasn't changed. I just don't trust San Francisco to lay juice with. Maybe if it was minus 110, I would maybe look at San Francisco. But if you're going to give me Rockies at home at plus money, I'm going to take it. Cardinals and the Padres, probably my favorite game of the night. Actually, to be honest, definitely going to be in my top 3 plays. Padres money line minus 130. Sauce, you can roll your eyes all you want. I know it's coming, but they won last night and they are looking really, really good right now. Like I said, Melvin called these guys out in the media, and they responded. They haven't lost since. Blake Snell on the mound. Don't really love him on the road, but at home, he's been really lights out for this team, especially this year. Michaelis is a guy that, again, same type of deal. Love him when he's at home because we love the Cardinals at home, but on the road, it's a different story. I have it written down. Michaelis on the road this year, 5-9 with a 4.56 ERA on the road this year. And the Cardinals aren't scoring runs. They scored 4 runs like the last 3 nights or whatever that is. Just not good at all for the Cardinals. Blanked the last 2 nights and then 1 run against Cincinnati. So 1 run in the last 3 games for the Cardinals. Is there probably a little positive regression coming there? Maybe. I don't know. But Blake Snell's been very, very good. Soto is starting to hit really well too, so I'm going to be playing Soto over 1.5 total bases at plus 135 as well. He might even go deep tonight. I don't know, but I think the Padres are rolling right now, and the Cardinals are fighting for a win, or fighting for their life, but they're just not scoring runs, and I have a hard time believing they're going to score some runs on Snell. So, Mariners and the Athletics. Oh man. I have a little bit of a cop-out bet just because sometimes I feel like SGPs are cop-outs, but at plus money, I really like this one. Mariners money line under 9.5 at plus 105. Just going to do it for a half a unit because the Mariners aren't scoring runs right now, guys. I would love to slam the Mariners like I thought they were going to smash last night, but I just can't do it. They're not scoring runs right now, and Caprillion has actually been pretty damn good for Oakland, and his history with Seattle is really good as well. So not going to go super deep into the game, only going to go 4, 5, 6 innings, but he's never over his last 3 starts they've all been 2 runs or less. So he usually has trouble in Seattle, but this game's in Oakland. I think that obviously Seattle's essentially in the playoffs, so you can't even call this like a must-win. They're kind of fighting for seeding at this point. And Robbie Ray's been really, really good for them. He's coming off not the best start, obviously, when he got killed by the Angels and the Braves, his last couple starts, But before that, he had been like really lights out. And his last 3 of his last 4 starts against Oakland, he's had one run or less in 6+ innings. So I think the under 9.5 is safe. And I think that Seattle is able to win this game. But like I said, I definitely don't want to pay the juice for it. So if I can combine these 2 at plus money, I can definitely get there with that.
Final game.
And then the final game. It's the Dodgers. I just got priced out. If you want to play it, just play Dodgers minus 1.5 at minus 145. But there's no way I can get behind the Diamondbacks here today with Bumgarner on the mound. He actually doesn't have like the worst history against the Dodgers. I mean, he's not like winning games or whatever, but he's been shelled his last couple starts against the Padres, the Rockies, the Phillies. So it's bad. His last couple starts in LA though, 9 total innings, only 5 runs. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but just kind of priced out. Dustin May's been pretty good for the Dodgers as well, but his last start against the Giants, I just don't think the Giants are a good baseball team, so I don't put a lot of stock into that. The Padres got to him, but like I said, he's only faced 3 teams. He's faced the Padres twice, the Marlins twice, and the Giants. So, I'm not going to be playing. My money's not going to be on the Dodgers. I'm not going to bet it myself personally, but if I had to make a play in the game, that's where it would be. I'm actually not high today. I will be getting high after this for sure. But I was busy. I was doing some college football notes and stuff today. All kinds of fun stuff. Do have a couple player props as well. What's up, Beaver?
I was going to say these accusations are heinous and not true. The reason
I usually am.
No, the stream got a little messed up today. We actually streamed the Green Zone instead of your show, and I had to change all the info mid-show. So, yeah, so sorry about that, guys. The Green Zone will be normal, and Toast next stream will be normal. We had a little bit of a malfunction, but hey, we're all together, and we're having fun, right? So, isn't that fun?
That was probably on me because I said I would change it so we could get in the other show. But apologies, I apologize. I do have a couple total base props. Did Sauce give out his Mega Hammerhead lock yet? In the comments?
So it's not showing up in the right comment section. But Tommy Edman, I'm typing it on the screen. Tommy Edman over 1.5 total bases is the official Sauce Mega Lock. I don't know what he called it. I don't know what this clown called it.
Gotta be a Hammerhead, whatever it is.
Oh,
it's a lock.
It's a Hammerhead Mega Lock parlay. No, I mean play. And it's Tommy Edman over 1.5 total bases. You see it there, people. Beautiful.
Let's take a look and see what that number is. That's got to be pretty high.
It's plus 120, Chief.
Tommy. Is it? All right, dope. Oh, there's one. Sauce is 2-0 on the Hammerhead locks. So just keep that in mind. He is 2-0. I do have a couple other ones for you guys. Marcus Semien, left-handed specialist that just be smashing over 1.5 total bases at plus 110. I gave you guys Soto. I gave you guys Miranda. Yo, good old Uncle Charlie Blackmon over 1.5 total bases at plus 110 as well. And that'll be it for me. I have a lean on the Julio Rodriguez over 1.5 total bases at plus 110 because he has decent history against Caprillion. But I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Let me know. I'll let you guys know on my Twitter if I actually do pull the Twitter. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I am going to play it now that I'm pulling up the numbers. Rodriguez against Caprillion, batting .500 with a homer and 12 plate appearances. Also, he's got 1 hit in his last 14 of his last 16 games, and 4 home runs in his last 5. So, definitely be doing a little Julio over 1.5 total bases at plus 110 as well.
The Sauce wanted me to say something. The Sauce wanted me to make an announcement. Tommy Edman is batting .410 against lefties over the last month. That is why he likes the total bases of Tommy Edman.
Touche. I couldn't agree more. I will say I love Tommy Edman. He's also very fast too, so he can stretch those singles out into doubles and stuff like that. So, touche. For tomorrow, looks like we got a couple day games and a couple night games. Do you want to do 2 p.m. Beaver? Is that cool with you?
Yeah, 2 p.m. on a Thursday. Yeah, that's fine with me.
2 p.m. on a Thursday is cool with you? All right, you heard it here first. 2 p.m. tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Peace out, Chiefs. Hugs and kisses.